Hello and welcome to another video on YouTube. And why am I calling this resume magical IT entry-level resume? Why am I calling it magical? Now, I don't have any superpowers, but the reason we call this magical is because of how we have 37,000 plus members and how people use this resume. So here's one example from Brian when he started calling us and we start talking about everything. Then this is what basically Brian have sent us for testimonial. Your resume was right on point. Now this is what we basically get when we talk about this one resume that we have, and we twist it for different type of people if they have different skills, but mostly 90% of the time everybody uses the same resume. And it's not just, you get this resume and you apply to one company and boom, everything works for you. Realistically, you have to apply to many places before you get a response. So your resume should be good, and then you have to really apply with this resume. Just shoot it out there. And if you look at another real world example, the person that I just shared how he became an engineer on YouTube, you can see my recent videos. This person became a system engineer. Look at how many interviews he went to. That's just going to interviews, guys. So I had about 15 interviews. This means he went to 15 interviews. Just imagine how many times he have applied and he didn't get a response. So he got the interview, but how many people didn't respond him? So he must have applied to a lot of places. So that's what you need to do. This is the key, probably the most important key in this whole learning, is that sometimes you just need to apply in this career and people will just give you the job. Because there are people that want to teach you stuff. So that's why I call this magical. But this magic may not work for you. So you have to use your common sense. If this doesn't work for you for some time, then change it. Go for different templates. Like I said, we don't have any superpowers. It's just that what worked for our members for so long, we think that it may work for you too. But if not, then you change it. So let's get back to the video. Welcome back to our IT resume and applying for jobs and community course. In this section, we are going to download the sample resume in this unit. So we're going to basically go ahead and go to the community. If you don't know how to go back, you just click on open a new tab, type job skills share, and just type community with it like this /community, enter, and you're going to be inside the community. And then you can basically click on resume help. You will click on resume builder. And here you will click on download the sample, and you will basically open this sample wherever you download it. And if you're using Word, it may ask you to enable editing. Do that. And here you first need to change your name and put the full address, your email address, and everything. So make sure you change this. Now, summary of qualification. This is what we call kind of like a perfect length, but you can also if you want to make it shorter, that's fine, but don't make it too long. We already discussed that nobody reads a big summary type of text. People just get annoyed with that. And if you want to change some wording, that's up to you. Area of expertise. This is the place where we call it kind of like a golden section, because this is where you are playing with HR mind and IT person who's looking at this resume, because then that's where you are presenting yourself. That's where you're saying, I'm unique, I'm different, I have some different thing going on, check me out. So you're putting help desk ticketing systems. But the thing is that if you haven't done this, then you don't want to put this, because people will ask you questions about ticketing system, and we believe that our members, and we hope our members have done this before they put everything like that. So you would have done this in this first, in the step 3. In the step 3, you would have done this. And that's why you're putting that ticketing system in that demo. And you're changing that. And then you're putting Office 365. That's another step. You have done that course. Tier 1, you're going to put Tier 1 because you're actually applying for the first job. So you're going to remove Tier 2 from here. As you can see, we have highlighted it here. If this is your first job, then you put Tier 1. Don't put Tier 2 in there, okay? Active Directory user management, you have done that too. There's a course for that. And all of this you can prove it to them. If you're a premium member or plus member, you can actually show your certification to them. If you're not a free premium member, you're doing this for free content, then you can still put it. There's no harm to that. You can just tell someone that I have finished the course. You just don't use the free word in there, okay? Because we're not putting premium member here or anything like that. We don't want to put that here. Client and server technology. You have learned all of this stuff in your technical skills course, the help desk one. You learned a lot about how to use deployments from server to client and all that kind of stuff. You have learned a lot of things in this course. It's a very technical course. And build and manage virtual machine. The whole lab that you have done, if it's our servers, you have done it on a VMware, which is another big one. People can ask you questions about this. They may ask you, what kind of virtual machines, what did you actually use? They will ask you that. So you can use the VMware because it's known to people. It's a very big virtualization company that people are using. They're the top right now on virtualization, and then Microsoft or other people can come in. But this is enough for you to impress somebody that I have used all of my lab, all of my learning on VMware, ESXi. You're going to learn this stuff, and if I'm using these words right now, you don't know, and you're doing it, then you're probably coming to this straight, and then you're, in my previous example, you're basically going to be on a negative side because you haven't done this stuff, so you can't really defend this, or you cannot actually explain this stuff in your interview, and that can backfire on you. So if you don't know, then you just want to remove it then, okay? Then technical skills. This is something you have learned from your labs. You have done Windows 10, 64-bit, 32-bit. You have a Linux lab in there. If you have done that, you're going to put it right here. You have done some Windows Server labs, just basic ones. You have that operating systems. You have learned all of this stuff in your A+, something little theory. There's a partner content that you have, and you have probably learned that stuff from there. We have also covered other things like VPN and little different things like DHCP, DNS in your A+ lab and VPN in your help desk lab. So everything that you're putting right here, the Desktop Central, Komodo 1, Firewall, Symantec, Zoom, VPN, SCCM, Remedy, Spiceworks, iSupport. You have covered all of this stuff in your courses. Spiceworks again. So you see all these big names. This is what IT people use, and this is what a lot of people, when they have little experience, they start using this stuff because that impresses other people. That shows that you know something more than just a college level education, more than just a certification level education. When you're new, you just don't know how to use the certification content, and by here you know how to use it, so you're putting it right here, okay? So if you're going down, this is where the most confusing part will come in, and that's experience. And that's something no one can give you without you even trying. So that's why we said in the beginning, if you're taking a fundamental course, we told you we are pushing you towards internships. So you have already, by this time, if you're doing this after 6 months or 4 months and you're doing this whole thing again, then you have something to put. You see why we put this in step 6, because by step 1 you started something and now you're putting something here. So maybe that was just internship, but here you're putting that internship information with some dates on it, some time in it. But if you feel like you want something like this, the jobskillshare.org and DMV IT Solutions, which is our company, then you must be taking a live training, and in live training we give you this stuff. Then we give you internships. We put intern for both, and then we give you hours, and that hours are equivalent to 3 months or 6 months, depending on how much you work with us, what kind of technology you work on. So we give you this stuff then, okay? So then you have academic qualification. You're going to put this is a mistake right here, so make sure you fix this. And you're going to put academic stuff right here, your college education, your university education, your academic that known to other people. Universities, you can say this is a university, my associates, my bachelor's, my master's, whatever you have academically. Then what you have is, after this, you have these certifications, like well-known certifications. You can put that in there. Certification, just put certifications in there. If you don't want to put it in this area, then you can just put IT hands-on training and just remove this and make another line. So let's say you wanna separate out some good certification, then you can just add it here, and then underneath that you put that CompTIA A plus, you put other things that are known to other people, they're kind of like known in market. But then to uniqueness, because you're gonna have other competition and people may have the same certification just like you, then you use your job skill share certification, and that's where you play your trump card, because that's where you're defining yourself that I got something different going on, and here it is. And you're throwing these nice certification with codes, and it gets verified. People do ask us, they may even ask for a lab report, and we have people that have actually done that. So the thing about this is very practical stuff. So people cannot come in and deny these certifications, because these are all hands-on checked. You have to do projects to get certificate. You can't just do ABCD in our platform and get the certification, because that's against our normal teaching, because that's what we don't believe in the A plus certifications or Network Plus certifications. They're good, they're nice to get the theory, but they're not. We don't believe when it comes to real world training. We don't believe in those certifications. They don't teach you real world stuff. So this is where what we are said in the beginning, that if you're a member of this platform, then you will not have any issues with this demo or this template. But this is where you may find an issue. And if you are using a free method, if you're using free course the help desk one that covers a lot of things, then just remove these codes and just put this right there, just like that. No worries, because as long as you can sell this information, you can talk about this information without using a free word, you're still good. It's still something on your resume. So a lot of people get confused. Should I put it? Should I put it not? You definitely need to put it. Like I said, it's an entry-level position. It's all about selling yourself, selling your resume. You got to be out there, you got to tell them that I need this job. I have passion for it. Look, I did something different. And people do believe in this stuff. And we have so many examples. And for that, you need to go to the success stories of this course. You need to go here, success stories, and just watch these two blogs. One blog, another is meetings, another videos. Just watch it to get more confidence and get that whatever you want to call it, whatever makes you whatever makes you motivated, So that's where you need to do this stuff. But again, that's how you download it, that's how you twist this resume, and that's how you start sending it to companies. And we are going to talk about bad resume after this versus good resume. Bad resume but need some work. These are real people sending us resumes, so watch these videos. They are very powerful. You're going to learn a lot from it. You may do some mistakes right now, so you will be after watching these two videos, you may stop doing those mistakes. And then we're going to go into the searching for jobs. Practically, we're going to look for some jobs, and we'll show you what kind of titles and things like that. Thank you.